All right, now we're doing 7Q symbol fun number 8, kill kth bit. This is by MyJinx in 2015, and 92% of the people like it. In order to stop the mad coder, we need to decipher the encrypted message. What we're basically going to do is we're going to go from the right K spots. So 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, just like that. And the 4 would be 0, whatever. And what we're going to do is, if there's a 1 there, we're going to change it to 0, and if it's a 0, we just leave it 0. But no matter what, we're going to make sure it's a 0. So let's go over here. Let's change this up to concise syntax by saying const here. Come over here and say equals this, and then an arrow right here. Let's do a console.log so we can test as we go. And let's get started. So first thing we're going to do is we're going to turn this into binary, okay? So right now it's 33, and it's 37. We need to make that into a binary representation of 37. So to do that, we're going to use this number.prototype.toString method, which returns a string representing the specified number object. And all we have to do is put toString and then the radix, and the radix is going to be 2 for binary. So we're going to say toString 2. Let's test it out, see what it looks like. All right, it looks good. Now we're going to put this in an array, and so we're just going to put a little bracket here. On the other side, another little bracket, and then we're going to go dot, dot, dot for spread syntax. If you don't know about spread syntax, it allows an iterable such as an array or string to be expanded in places where 0 or more arguments or elements are expected. All right, and so right now, let's test it out. Now it's looking like this. So we got to hit this one up. We have to hit the K one from the right. So to do that, we're going to let's see. We're going to use the map function, and over here, the map method. And the map method creates a new array populated with the results of calling a provided function on every element in the calling array. So in this example, it's going to be x times 2, where x is the element. So it's going to be 1, 4, 9, and 16 times 2. So it'll end up 2, 8, 18, and 32. And for the syntax we're going to use on this one, we're going to use the arrow function syntax with the with the element index and the array. So it's going to be using this array right here. Okay, so we're going to say dot map and element index array. Okay, and so now let's bring it down to this line just so we got a little more room. So now what we're going to say is, let's get the ternary operator out here too. Ternary operator. We're going to use the ternary operator to do an if-else statement. And just give me 1 second. And if you don't know about the ternary operator, it's the only JavaScript operator that takes 3 operands: a condition followed by a question mark, then an expression to execute if the condition is truthy, followed by a colon, and finally the expression to execute if the condition is falsy. This operator is frequently used for if-else statements, all right? So right now we're going to say if index equals, and now we're going to do array.length minus k, all right? And that's going to get us this one right here. So it's going to 1, 2, 3 on this example right here. If it's that index, what we're going to do is we're going to say element equals 0, all right? And if not, we're just going to say element. We're just going to leave it alone, element, just like that. All right, and that looks good right now. Let's test it out to see what it looks like. This one should change to a 0. Let's see. And it did look good. Awesome. All right, so now we're going to join all this stuff together by using the join method, which creates and returns a new string by concatenating all the elements in an array separated by commas or specified separator string. And the separator string we're going to use is the spaces in between characters so that they butt up right next to each other. All right, so we're going to say dot join like that, and let's make a little more room. Let's bring this down under the map right here, okay? And after that, let's put this here too. Now let's test it out, see what it looks like. All right, now it looks like that. Now all we have to do is turn this back into a decimal number. And so we're going to use the parseint function, which parses a string argument and returns an integer of the specified radix. So basically what we're going to do is say parseint, this is going to be the string that we already have, and then we're going to say the radix of 2. All right, so what we're going to do here is we're going to wrap the whole thing up in parentheses. All right, and then we're going to come back over here. We're going to say parseint, and then right here after the join, we're going to say comma 2 for the radix. And let's see what this looks like. Test it out. 33, 33. Looks good. So let's get this out of here. Let's get this out of here. Test it out one more time. Look at that. Attempt it. Let's bring this back because I don't think we need it like that. Anyway, here we go. Test it out one more time. Looks good. Attempt it. Looks good. Submit it. All right, and here they're using some bitwise operators, the bitwise and the right shift operator and a bitwise not, I think. I don't remember. Anyway, we could go and look up that stuff, but I don't feel like it right now. This one's using the replace method. They're just replacing anything which is at this element, this index with 0, all right? And so basically they just do the replace method, which has the map function after it. And that's pretty much it. Let's go to my solutions. Just me on this one. Best practice in my opinion, very much like this. And we'll see you next time.